The year is 1380. A young woman has been possessed by an alien fugitive. She loses consciousness as her body starts to levitate. The village archers arrive and aim their arrows at her, but a strong force field protects her from their attack. The alien leaves the young woman's body and causes mayhem among the archers. Suddenly, the night sky begins to shatter and a giant portal opens up. A time-traveling jeep emerges from the portal and lands on the ground. As the stunned archers bear witness to this phenomenon, an AI assistant named Thunder emerges from within the jeep and flies away. It scans the levitating woman's face and announces that the alien prisoner escaped its human host 268 seconds ago. Guard, who is currently taking on the form of a robot humanoid, steps out of the jeep and asks Thunder to locate the alien fugitive. As they are walking, a wheel comes flying at them and causes Thunder to get lodged inside a wall. While Thunder announces that he is okay, Guard tries to catch the alien fugitive and blow it up. However, the alien manages to get back inside the levitating woman. The alien then tries to pick a fight with Guard, but he manages to pull it out of the woman and capture it in a device inside his hand. The woman becomes weak and falls to the ground. In her last words, she asks Guard to protect her baby girl from the cruel enemies. While Thunder flies away and finds the baby girl, the woman unfortunately passes away in Guard's arms. Shortly after, Thunder catches some archers aiming at the baby girl. It takes human form and immediately shields the daughter by catching the flying arrow that was headed in her direction. He throws the arrow back and unalives the archer. Guard arrives and activates his jeep, which begins to open a portal. Guard also takes on a human form, and both of them get into the jeep. Just as Thunder transforms back into his AI robot form, the jeep enters the portal and they arrive back to their current timeline in 2012. Guard walks into his discreet house and opens the doors to the alien prison. The alien is now captured in a red orb, and Guard puts it in the vault with other alien prisoners. He suddenly hears crying sounds. When he goes outside to check his jeep, he finds the little girl crying in the back seat. He becomes upset and doesn't settle on the idea of keeping the girl with him. However, Thunder convinces him to keep the baby girl for research purposes, claiming that he wants to study humans and find any possible threats. They name the baby Leon. Scenes shift to the year 1391, where a magician is seen practicing his tricks with a pair of cats that come out of a folding hand fan. The cats also appear to have a touch of magic in them. After performing his tricks with the cats, the magician comes across a wall poster that reports a missing dagger that is made out of pure crystal. Upon seeing the hefty reward amount for finding the lost dagger, the magician starts having déjà vu, thinking that he has definitely seen this dagger somewhere. He visits an old fortune teller who is being held as a prisoner in jail. The fortune teller reveals that the dagger was first found by a fisherman on the riverbank. Since it was forged with crystal, he tried getting the crystals out with a blacksmith's help. However, their attempts were unsuccessful. In current times, the dagger is owned by an officer who bought it at an auction. The magician traces the officer's location and shows up to take the crystal. However, he becomes hesitant when he sees an anonymous man sitting beside him, asking for the same dagger. Soon, an alien comes out of the anonymous man and starts attacking the officer. During this intense encounter, the officer ends up getting stabbed by the dagger and passing away on the spot. The fortune teller also breaks out of prison and arrives on the scene wearing a freaky robe. While chaos ensues, the dagger is flung into the air and it lands on the ground in front of him. He quickly picks it up and starts running, but the alien-possessed man starts to chase him. The magician runs behind them and uses some of his tricks to stop the alien, but he also gets beaten up. The alien punches him repeatedly till he gets wedged into a wall. Later at night, the magician is spotted by some local villagers while he is still wedged into the wall. They spot a spacecraft that has crashed in the river. As they arrive on the scene, the spacecraft is emitting a strange red light. Upon throwing their fire on the other side of the river, they spot a strange woman who simply gets up and runs away. The scenes shift to another timeline where Guard is seen picking on up from school in 2022. Growing up under Guard and Thunder's tutelage, Anna has now become an intelligent young girl. As she's growing up, she is becoming increasingly curious about Guard. Even though she knows that he is not a human, she still sees him as a father figure. That day, Anna hides her phone in the back seat and listens to Guard's conversation with Thunder through her ear pods. She overhears Guard talking about banishing the previously captured alien back to Earth inside another human host. Thunder claims that the alien is too strong for one human host and that they will need at least 107 humans to successfully trap this alien. Later that night, Anna sneaks out to get her phone back from the Jeep, where she unintentionally opens the storage case of the Jeep. This happens to be the vault that Guard was using as a prison for the alien. She sees the beautiful glowing blue light and becomes entranced by it. She tries to put her hand in it, not knowing what she is about to unleash. Suddenly, Thunder shows up right on time and prevents this from happening. He takes on the human form and has a conversation with Anna. To finally end her curiosity, he reveals that Guard and he are the time-traveling prison guards of their planet. Their job is to banish the prisoners from their planet to other planets in different timelines. Not only do they have the free will to choose which timelines they banish the prisoners to, but they can also detain them inside human bodies without anyone finding out. He tells her about Jisan Hospital, where the next prisoner transfer will happen. Guard immediately gets notified that the prisoner transfer location has been leaked to a human. While she runs and hides, Guard comes outside to talk to Thunder. The next day, Anna is speeding away on her bicycle and she arrives at the Jisan Hospital before Guard. As she starts filming the surroundings, people start noticing a strange cloud coming towards the hospital. A giant spacecraft emerges from the cloud and throws a stone towards the hospital. After gently landing on the floor, the small stone turns into a cocoon right in front of the nurse who is too stunned to speak. Weird tentacles grow out of the cocoon and start latching on to all the people at the hospital. While chaos ensues, On witnesses everything and hides behind a desk in fear. Once the alien has been detained inside 107 humans, Guard shows up on the scene. He gets shocked upon seeing On at the scene, but he doesn't do anything about it. While she gets away, everyone goes back to normal without any memory of the alien transfer. Guard collects the stone and watches On speed away on her bike. Back in the past, the magician gets his hands on a map that leads him to a sacred temple. At the temple, he finds that an assassin couple has already arrived to sell some of their magical equipment to the owner. However, the owner isn't appealed by the magical goodies. Instead, he asks them to find the crystal dagger, which is currently being held by another man. The couple uses their magical powers to find the man and hypnotize him in order to retrieve the dagger. The mysterious girl that previously vanished from the spacecraft sighting now shows up with a gun. She starts fighting the couple to steal the dagger. As the fight heats up, the temple owner shows up with his men. They attack the girl, and after an intense battle, they end up successfully taking the dagger from her. Back in 2022, On goes to a friend's house and shows the hospital video to her friend. Guard shows up outside in his Jeep and instructs Thunder go inside and bring On with him. Thunder turns into several human personalities, and Guard picks one to bring On back. Once back home, they tell her about working against the evil alien association that believes in freeing the aliens from human bodies. Guard has recently found out that the evil organization is sending a spacecraft to release the alien that was just transferred into the humans at the hospital. On now realizes that her father and Thunder are trying to protect humankind. Subsequently, the evil spacecraft is seen heading toward Earth. Guard and Thunder prepare to leave alone, but on On's insistence, they take her with them. Meanwhile, a giant red robot is seen attacking a police officer who happens to have a strong alien inside him. A key is needed to awaken the alien inside a human host, which happens to be the very crystal dagger that everyone is fighting for. In the current timeline, Guard possesses that dagger. Guard takes his robot form and attacks the alien inside the elevator. The evil robot strangles Guard and takes away the dagger so it can awaken the alien inside the police officer. While the police officer manages to escape, the red robot goes back to his ship and follows the police officer. Guard also takes a ship so he can continue chasing the evil robot. Meanwhile, On is sitting at the back of the ship, dreading every minute. Guard attacks the evil ship's main engine, but the evil robot cleverly changes the engine's place to save his ship. He fires back at Guard's ship, which takes the shot and crashes into the river. The evil robot shoots laser beams at the police officer's car, which causes the alien to come out of the officer's body. Guard shows up in his robot form and tries to tame the alien, but the evil robot attacks him and takes him down by surprise. By the end, he causes a massive explosion in which Guard loses his powers and faints. Thunder finds Guard's body and transfers his energy to him so he can bring him back to consciousness. The newly freed alien now invades the ship in order to free every other alien on Earth. There, he finds giant orbs floating around. Each orb is associated with an alien, and its purpose is to keep the aliens alive in Earth's atmosphere. Guard now shows up to fight the alien. Since he's newly charged through his partner's energy, he has an upper hand on the alien. He manages to throw the alien out of the ship. Somehow, two of those giant orbs float out of the ship along with the alien. As a few minutes pass, the alien starts growing weak since he isn't immune to Earth's atmosphere. He looks upon On and tries to use her as a host, but Thunder shows up in his robot form and opens a heavy attack on the alien. Now fully out of options, the alien goes back inside the police officer's body. And while he's at it, he expands one of his tentacles to grab the giant orb and pop it. Weird toxins seep out of the orb that cause any human coming in contact to choke and pass away. The orange toxic gas forms a giant cloud upon the city to help awaken the exiled aliens. Thunder takes On with him and tells her the importance of the crystal dagger. He reveals how it can help them control the prisoner aliens and allow them to travel back and forth in timelines. Once they get back, Thunder reveals that he has foreseen the future through the crystal, and things aren't looking good. Guard sends them away in order to keep On in a hideout, so she stays out of danger. However, he is growing weaker again and could really use Thunder's help. He looks at his picture with On and begins to miss her terribly. At the same time, Thunder reveals to On that Guard's lifespan is decreasing by the minute. The news appears as a great shock to On. She insists on going back to see Guard. Thunder finally agrees to go back, only to find Guard in a vicious fight with the aliens. Guard throws the crystal outside for Thunder to catch and attack the main nucleus of the ship so that he can put an end to everything. Suddenly, the alien that attacked the magician in the past shows up and stops Thunder from destroying the ship. All three of them somehow manage to get back to their Jeep along with the crystal and open a portal to escape the current chaos. The alien in the police officer's body follows them through the portal and attacks them. Guard continues to grow weak with each attack. On struggles to see him in such a state, so she shoots the police officer with Guard's gun. The alien is now in a pickle since he can't get out nor stay in since he'll die both ways. He uses his tentacles to trip the Jeep, which goes flying into the river. On begins to drown in the river as she tries her best to get the crystal back since they cannot go back to their respective timeline without it. Guard and Thunder are stuck in their broken spacecraft, which was seen by the magician previously. Alas, On drowns and the dagger is gone. We now understand that this is the time when the dagger was found by the fisherman. It went from one hand to another till the day On finally found it in the temple. The alien leaves to find another body to possess, and On is saved by a boy her age. He starts looking after her till the day she invades the temple to get the crystal back. As the owner hits on, the assassin couple realizes that the owners of the temple are aliens. They fight the aliens and trap one of them inside a giant pot. Meanwhile, the other alien ties On's hands with his tentacles. The magician shows up with his magical fan that shoots out a sharp katana to cut the alien's tentacle and save On. This diverts the alien's attention toward the magician. Meanwhile, On runs away and finds the alien's host body, which is being shielded by the force field, making it very hard to attack. There, she sees the assassin's wife using a magical mirror to enlarge her hands to catch the third alien. On takes the magical mirror and shoots in front of it, causing the bullet to enlarge and break the shield with its force and kill the host body. By the end of the film, the alien trapped in the pot frees itself and goes after On, who is now swimming back to guard ship with the dagger. The alien passes soon, and his host body gets back to its normal state, while On is on her way to help Guard and Thunder, who are still stuck in the ship. This is where the film ends. To watch more awesome and thought-provoking movie recaps, please subscribe to Film Guy Recaps. Don't forget to like this video and tell us in the comments which movie you want to see next. Goodbye for now.